Hi, it's Richard Silver again from Sotheby's International Realty Canada, and I'm with the Silver Burtnick and Associates team at Sotheby's International Realty Canada, and I have with me Laura Peery, and she is with the Steele Group, Sotheby's International Realty out of Richmond, Virginia. So pre-coronavirus, tell us what your market was.
Hey, Richard, thanks, first of all, for letting me join you today. I really appreciate you doing this great service for all of us. It's wonderful to see you and just to hear from everybody, so thank you. So pre-corona, I was lined up to have several listings launch in March and April and into May.
Right.
April in Richmond is the prime time, which is where everything looks its best. The flowers are blooming, so that's really our biggest market. So I represent buyers as well, but I mostly represent sellers. And so we had everything kind of lined up, and I had lined it up just to space them out so that my workload would be a little spread out. Since then, I've launched a couple. I plan on launching one more. They happen to all be vacant. The ones that I was going to launch one where the people are still living there, and they just told me a couple days ago that they really feel uncomfortable and they really want to wait a month.
Totally understandable.
Taking things case by case. So things have slowed in the high end, which in Richmond is about 1.5 million or above.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Now, Richmond it's on water, but is it on Chesapeake Bay or?
It's on the James River. So no, the Chesapeake Bay is where a lot of people from Richmond or DC go for vacation and second homes. Yeah. So that's a niche market I have on the Chesapeake Bay, Rappahannock River, and Potomac Rivers.
Those riverfront properties are amazing.
They are beautiful. Yeah.
And the most wonderful thing about that whole area is the seafood.
I know. Delicious. Shrimp, crabs, soft shell crabs.
Oh my God.
Oysters.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We love it. Good. So tell me, are your general clients, are they empty nesters, or are they young people looking to upgrade and to get into their next, larger house, or downsizers?
They run the gamut. The ones that are vacant right now, one's a bank-owned property, one is in an estate. They're both on the larger end. They're both, one's about right under 2 million, the other's about 2.5. I just closed yesterday with some first-time home buyers that, about 400,000. So, I mean, I do kind of do it all. Downsize, upsize, right size.
Yeah, it's exactly, that's the way you have to be. You have to be there for everybody. The reality is you're there for your clients and you give them the best service possible.
Absolutely.
So,
sorry. I've just really, we've had lots of conversations. I know a lot of us are the same mindset, just it's such a relationship business. Yeah. And that really comes first. And my relationship doesn't end at the closing table. It stays forever.
Yeah. And it's probably the worst, this situation is probably the worst situation for all of us, because we are not the kind of people who sit at home and, and twiddle our thumbs. We're, get up in the morning and go. Yeah. So, and very social. So tell me about some of the protocols that you have to follow in your area. Are you deemed an essential service?
We are. Our governor, had a stay-at-home order till June 10th for us, which I think is pretty much the strictest one I've heard of. Mm-hmm. He did indicate that could be amended or rescinded at any time, but I think he got really upset with some people hanging out at the beach a couple weekends ago, and he just got, said, forget it, which is smart. So we are allowed to show houses, obviously no public open houses or agent brokered open houses. And, typically we do virtual, it's like most people, FaceTime tours, virtual tours. Yesterday with that house that I closed, I did the walkthrough by myself. My clients went to closing by themselves. So
they still have to go to the closing physically, because our lawyers have now designated that you can do the closing by DocuSign and Zoom.
Not yet here, to my understanding, at least not with this group.
It's one thing I've been edging with the lawyers and saying, you know, a couple of years ago, why couldn't you do it? And now because of this, it's forcing them. So you know what? I think it's one of, if there's anything good about the situation, it's bringing people up in their technology.
Absolutely. I mean, this is just a personal aside, but I had a doctor's appointment scheduled, and since it wasn't an essential appointment, they called me and did a tele meeting.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I didn't have to drive down to the busy hospital downtown and get valet parking and, you know, be exposed.
Exactly. There was something I wanted. Yeah, there was something, you know, I had this pimple right now. But you know what, instead of going to the doctor's office, ours is the same. In the morning, you can go for an appointment to see him one by one. The seats are way apart, as such. You can do that in the afternoon. But in the morning, he does teleconferences with the clients.
It's great. It really is great. I mean, there's lots of good things from this.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think, you know, it's going to be the new normal. It's how we're going to live, and we have to do our best at it and be creative.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm all about, you know, my big thing is let's just pivot, right? So I got to stay in front of the wave. I'm doing that with my clients, with taking advantage of getting my systems and processes really streamlined and efficient.
Yeah.
My assistant is still working full-time from home.
Yeah.
So,
just as a little aside, this is an idea we came up with. Sean Wolf and I, because a lot of Torontonians have houses in Muskoka, there is what they call the Cottage Life Show, and it was supposed to be happening right now in Toronto. It had to be canceled. So next week, and like months ago, we sent out an invite to all of our clients and said, if you want to go to the Cottage Life Show, here's free tickets. Sean will meet you there and he'll tour you around. So next Thursday at 4 p.m., we are going to do a Cottage Life Zoom conference. And we're inviting all the people, and, you know, Sean will tell them about living in the country and what they need to know and the different land issues. So we're just going to do it in a different way.
You know, that's very interesting you say that, because we have this big, like I said, April is a big blossoming month in Virginia.
Yeah.
And they have like a garden week that, of course, we had to cancel. But that might be a good idea to go and just do some virtual tours of gardens.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can even do it like a tea and have your clients, you know, bring tea, sit in front of their computers and have tea while you talk about the gardens.
Yeah.
And show them, like, do a PowerPoint that you can share with them on Zoom, and do a PowerPoint about all the gardens.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Invite me.
Please come.
Invite me. Anyways.
Oh, no, that would be good. We could do gardens across the country in Canada.
Yeah. Well, the garden behind you, which is, you know, a picture of our house, that's from a few months back, because you'll see snow is in there as well. So
sure.
The snow is gone now. We opened our pond today, as a matter of fact. So that's good.
Yeah. It's just great. I mean, this is what I'm saying. There's so much good creative, you know, necessity is the mother of invention. Or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, you know, this is a terrible, terrible, terrible situation for the world to be going through. But through it, I think you're going to see more and more creativity. And also, I think you're going to see a lot of people who've been hesitant about technology learning that there are other options.
Sure.
You know.
Totally agree with you.
Dating is a little tough, Zoom conferencing, but who knows?
Well, you and I don't need to worry about that.
No. We're a couple. Yeah, exactly. We're all settled. Anyways, thanks again. I just want to say thank you to Laura Peery, and she is. I mean, give them your quick 411.
Oh, you mean? I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. Like
how do we get in touch with you? Yeah.
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram, Laura Loves Homes RVA.
Oh,
or
great.
on Facebook, Laura Peery.
Yeah.
Or contact Richard. He knows how to get in touch with me.
Exactly. I'll be happy to put you in touch.
That's awesome. Thanks a million, Richard.
My pleasure. It's always great to see you. You're a great addition to our EAN group.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Take care.